How's it going, everybody? What's up, everybody? Welcome. I hope you're enjoying your end of the world party. That's a cool, hip reference, I'm sure. That was a band called Icy Stars. If you haven't heard of them, I feel bad for you. If you have nothing left to do, if you've watched all your Netflix and you don't have anything else to do during your end of the world party quarantine, check out my new podcast called Kevin and Carmen Talk About Stuff, where my wife, Carmen, and I, Kevin, we talk about stuff. Talk about some of the things that we're doing during our end of the world party. You do have to venture out eventually. Otherwise, you're going to run out of food. And that's exactly what I did. And I got to Walmart. And while I'm there, I'm standing in line. And you hear songs playing. And I was like, what is this? Well, I got home. I looked it up. Turns out it's Taylor Swift. It's called The Man. I'm looking here now, and I'm realizing that this came out in February. I don't know. But I'm guessing all the anti-SJW YouTube channels have already given their hot take on this song. Since when have I been on the cutting edge of things? Maybe I'll give something new. Maybe everything I'm going to say is something you've already heard before.
I wanted to talk about it.
Like the song, the music video, everything about it is so bizarre. I don't even know what it hopes to accomplish other than... Look, I have sisters, okay? And I remember when those sisters were teenagers, a lot of times they would do things just to make dad mad, just to tick off dad. I would do those things too, but I would actually try to avoid ticking off dad, not because I was scared of him, but because I wanted to be my dad's friend. Eventually you grow out of it, because eventually you just you have your own place to live. And like now, for example, I don't care how my dad feels about the things I do because he lives over there and I live here. I love my dad. Like when I make a video, I don't even expect them to see it, much less for me to be like,
This'll show him.
All that aside, let's just check out this video. So it starts off, here we are. Who is this guy in New York City? Who could he be? He's the man. It's Taylor Swift in
I would be cool.
Play-Doh. Her face is covered in Play-Doh. Props to the props department. Props to the makeup department for doing this. Do you need that much makeup to make Taylor Swift look like a man?
I'd be a fearless leader. I'd be an alpha type. When everyone believes you.
She's talking about the type of person Taylor Swift, I'm assuming, and we're just going to assume that this is Taylor Swift talking about herself. The type of person she would be if she was a man. But, like, she's a jerk. And maybe that's true. I guess she's always kind of played a victim of some sort in her songs. It's hard to see her as that, to be honest with you, because she's Taylor Swift. Obviously, I'm sure she's got feelings. I'm talking about the fact that I don't see somebody who is a billionaire, probably. What is her net worth? Let's check. Let's check real fast. Taylor Swift net worth. Here we go. Okay, millionaire. It's a lot. And not that people who have money can't have emotions and feelings, but I don't see them as like victims of society. I see them as beneficiaries of society. Not that they didn't work for their money, but a lot of people have worked as hard as Taylor Swift, and there's a lot of luck involved in her becoming who she is. Here she is bad spreading. Just to be clear, this is not a man. This is a piece of crap. I think most people would agree with, right? You wouldn't have, like in a music video, look at this jerk taking care of his children and taking his family to church. And like, these are all things that I think most of us, whether Christian or not, you would say, oh, that's a good person, somebody who like cares for their family and they work hard and faithful to their wife and all these things. I think that that's genuinely good things to promote. This is an asshole. So
I'd be the man.
And this is just, nobody does this. Peeing in public? Man, if Taylor Swift was a man, she'd be pissing glitter all over the walls in New York. Now we're in Wolf of Wall Street.
I'd be just like Leo.
Oh, she says I'd be just like Leo. I'm sick of running as fast as I can, wondering if I'd get there quicker if I was a man. Seeing as how Taylor Swift is one of the most successful recording artists of all time, how much quicker do you need to get there? I'm pretty sure that your success is actually probably somewhat contingent on the fact that you are a girl. Like, you're a female pop star. I don't know what the ratio. I have not looked at the stats, but I'm guessing more women are female pop stars than men. I get in general the term virtue signaling, but it doesn't seem like it's standing up for somebody else. It's Taylor Swift standing up for herself just against men in general. So she comes in here, he's got to fuel his fragile ego, like I'm doing right now, reacting to this video because I am a man and I feel threatened by this video, which I think is the intent. Like, it's intended to be provocative, you know, like I said, it's, hey, dad. So this guy, he's on his phone, he's not looking after his kid, but then he picks up his kid and he's worshipped for being world's greatest dad. They put up a banner, world's greatest dad. Here's the thing. I think that there is a level to which it is good to praise people who spend time with their kids. You know? So maybe that's what it is. It's like, hey, you're actually taking a part in your kid's life. Great job. Because there's so many terrible men out there who don't do that and have kids and don't take care of them. And so when you see that happening, you know, it's good to praise it. Now, I know men and I know women who do this. They use their kids. They post pictures with them on Facebook all the time. Like, hey, look at this. But in reality, they don't take care of their kids. And that's bad. And of course, there's nothing you can do about that, about people lying to you and lying on social media. They're gonna do it. All you can do is kind of recognize that people in your own life, people that you know who do that, encourage them to be better parents. I don't think it has anything to do with being a man, other than, yes, sure, there's a lot of men who don't take care of their kids. So, strip club. You know what I wonder? Because I don't know any guys like this, like, in my life. There aren't men like this around me who publicly go to strip clubs and are doing shots, and even the Leo on the boat thing. Like, they made Wolf of Wall Street because that's a very unique individual, like, in a bad way. It's a cautionary tale.
Hey, this is how you're supposed to live your life. Do this.
No, it's not supposed to be this way. These are bad people. What I'm saying is, I think that this is perhaps the type of people that you're hanging out with. I see these people who are just like,
men are terrible and they're awful and I hate all men.
And they list all these things that seem to fall into a particular ideology. I'm not saying that, I'm not like,
oh man, I would never do anything wrong and I'm a good Christian boy.
But I am somebody who would champion people who do maybe more conservative things. Live your life. Do what you want, but I don't know people who would say, yeah, that's a good person. I don't think McEnroe, the tennis player, is like the pinnacle of manliness. It is true that, like, there is toxicity in society that encourages men to not have emotion. Machismo. Oh, you can have emotions if it's just anger and over sexuality and stuff, but that's bad.
I'd be the man.
This is definitely what my grandpa did. Man, that's cool, Taylor Swift. If you were a man, you would be able to be used by a young, attractive woman who would marry you for your money in hopes that you would die soon. Like, that's only things that rich people can do, which is what you are, Taylor Swift. So, at the end here, male Taylor Swift comes up to female Taylor Swift, who's directing the music video, apparently.
Just checking. Was that last take more what you had in mind?
Pretty good. Could you try to be sexier? Maybe more likable this time?
Okay. Okay, no problem.
Whoa, the tables have surely turned.
I get it. The idea here is that that's probably direction that she's gotten from, like, a male director in a music video. Like,
Hey, could you try to be sexier and more likable?
but that's so tame. As somebody who's worked on a set and who has been in front of camera with a director talking to me, the things that people say to men are just as bad, if not worse. Like, that would be a very tame thing.
Your face looks like you're not smiling. It looks like you're not very likable. Could you be more likable in your music video that's going to be, you know, on MTV or whatever?
Yes, MTV, play more videos.
I don't know what you want, Taylor Swift.
Oh, could you imagine if a woman said that to a man?
Yeah, kind of. For a music video, probably. I can imagine it. It's not that, like, insane. I don't like pop music. I think this song is crap. Like, it's just repeating over and over. If I was a man. It's not actually saying anything important. Perhaps Kanye was right. he's ahead of his time in so many different ways. Anybody remember when Kanye told Taylor Swift that Beyonce had the greatest album of all time? Well, I'm gonna let you finish, Taylor Swift, but I will just say that Beyonce did this song already, and she did it better.
If I were a boy.
The interesting thing about this is it's more artfully done, and this is obviously coming from a place of an actual relationship. Whoever wrote this, it may not have been Beyonce who wrote the song, but yes, she's talking about how men get to do these different things. A lot of toxic masculinity, but it all correlates back to her and what she has been willing to put up with in her own relationship. So she's talking about how, hey, if I was a boy, I would do all these things. And she lists all these things that he does, but it's things that he does that have hurt her. Eventually, it comes to the point where she says, if I was a boy, I wouldn't have done those things. The way you hurt me, I would think about the person that I'm with. It's not deep either, but it's actually stemming from a place of genuine experience where Taylor Swift's song is just talking about all men. Because it generalizes, it does put people on the defensive. They're like, well, that's not all men. Who are you talking to? Definitely people who aren't going to be watching a Taylor Swift song, I'm guessing.
I think I could understand.
Like, Beyonce is such a good singer, comparatively, and it came first, you know?
I swear I'd be a better man.
Where I would be a better man. No doubt in my mind, she would be.
'Cause I know how it hurts.
2009, literally over 10 years before Taylor Swift's song came out, and it's still a better song. Is this a masterpiece? Yeah.
Yo, Taylor, I'm really happy for you. I'm gonna let you finish. But Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time.